That's one of those plays that you call, and everything seems to happen exactly as it's scripted in the playbook.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Rams and the Bengals next on Madden Football.
All the talk, all the hype, but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. To throw is Stafford. And right away he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. They'll let Mixon try and run it in, and he will get in to make it 8-0. So a big play there, not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. first down at Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Stafford looks to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
I'm one, right?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
I noticed there's like a difference in
Game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams
here's a quarterback who's playing with this game right here.
On second down, here's Burrow. Man
Really
open,
good ball.
chase complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I'm one, right?
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing in 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for Chase on the out route.
I like that route.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
1-1, right?
The slot man in motion right. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
They don't really have a lot of center formation.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll try and run with Mixon.
Ah,
and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pick up
have
there,
that now.
20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. There goes a gain of 4, and it's second down. Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Wasn't it fun in pregame standing downstairs and watching Matthew Stafford throw the football? I mean, that bad boy
It's a spectacle. He can just rock it.
It just whistled.
Oh, a hit. He
Good
lost the
blitz.
football. Stafford picks it
That might be my little go-to blitz this year.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams
Only thing is slow, you
the ball
can't.
might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that will keep the lead at 8.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Well, the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Here we go. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Gotta find some big plays. Cross.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Oh my goodness.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard
Man,
attempt.
field goals over here.
It's no good.
What's going on?
Lead at 8. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased. Doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They run for it with Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 19.
I can start running stretches more.
Earlier they had two other fourth down conversion attempts that did not go their way. This time it does go their way.
And this reminds me of a conversation I had with him in the offseason. There wasn't even a game to be played. But what he told me, I have enough confidence in my team and my play calling ability that I think I can always pick it up. Thus, they continue to go for it.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Burrow on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
I ain't hear you playing so long.
He's gonna fire one deep.
Oh, I ain't that playing so long, fellas.
Jamar Chase.
Oh, man.
Yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for two. It's complete. And he is in to make it 16-0. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
I feel like there's like a resistance when you trip your feet.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. So the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right.
Yo, that blitz is fucking insane.
A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get a chance to really extend this lead out.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. On second down, here's Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I'm basically going to play that other mid hook, pretend like I'm blitzing, play the scheme, get a flat. Goes to a flat, we take it out here.
And it's incomplete.
That is a very good blitz.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
That is a very good blitz, bro.
And that should do it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard
I was getting that shit off last night too. Pretty consistent. You don't get corners coming in off the edge like that and fucking courage in.
But you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might
want to they just get picked up.
Get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Sorry, I got to play this game again because I had like moved all my storage to my game drive, and I guess it had to be on the actual console for me to play it, but it'll be alright. I'm gonna get right back into it though. Gotta use it a little warm-up game. Starting to get better on my reads. Like I don't need to go deep all the time.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Just kind of work them underneath. I think that's going to be the strength of what I'm going to be doing. Because I know the Raiders' offensive line, they're not going to be like extremely great. My quarterbacks aren't, they don't have good quick releases. So.
First down. Here's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Well, now they'll try the end around. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Why are you calling timeouts, bro?
Called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd.
Good read.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and 4th.
That's hard doing that versus cover 3.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Mixon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
That's probably what I'm going to be doing a lot this year. Like 15 to 20 touches to my running back. Get the spell running back, like 4 or 5 carries. Get you go-to targets, like 6 or 7 targets in the air. Probably that's what I'll end up doing this year, moving forward. I'm smart about that. What can I do? There's just going to be a clear out right there.
Touchdown Bengals. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, you hit the classic time in a game where an offense continues to roll, and many people are saying why. In this case, they're just telling the defense, you don't want us to score? Stop us.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in.
Right.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions.
More is just kind of understanding, where people need to be hyped at during emotions too, like especially on zone splits. You make sure there's a decent amount of space between the pull and block and the guy's motion to clear out. If you're doing too close together, it's just like courage, and you don't want your players contacting each other, because if they contact each other, then they're going to slow down, or some type of immovable force and immovable objects just kind of collide together.
They're down big here
Just kind of
late.
have those
I don't
weird
know. You just
animations.
one last drive
But
here for pride.
thinking for gun tight, fellas, this overload seam flips might be the move. Just kind of play the hook seam to flat.
Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the
I don't have my
he's going to have a first down.
regular go-tos.
Here's Stafford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Coverage set. Give me a coverage set.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Come on, Apple, you suck.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Stafford here.
Bro.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So
I don't know how much time it's got on the thing. So I'm probably going to be... That was actually pretty fast. Probably, like I said, just going to kind of keep everything short and in between. Still going to rock with the live playbook. Keep my auto subs the way they are. The way I did them the other day. I really just got to just get into it, right? Make sure my roster is the way it needs to be. I made some changes last night. Carr's release is horrible. So he's not going to be starting for us. We're going to have Jacobs and Zamir. I like how this is fast. It just kind of just clicks over real quick. What up, Pat? Just trying to get the intangibles out. Bet. I'm just trying to make sure I got everybody where they need to be, because we gonna make, yeah, me too. I'm just trying to get better with it, bro. Just making sure we in the game. You know, there's some pros and cons, but you know, like I said, I adapt. You know, I don't lay down for no one. So. Yeah, I'm just trying to it's just trying to read the formation, because I'm so used to it being at the bottom right next to the play call, and I got to look up. You know, like that's one thing I'm trying. Yeah, I mean, I'm just changing. Well, it's changed a little bit because I'm running a little bit more, you know, because it's like you almost have to. You ain't going to be able to sit there and pass with 60 overall quarterback. I mean, I'm going to try. I'm going to kind of get Stidham rolling, You know, he better than Carr is. Carr's release is just too slow for me to, you know, use them like I want to use them. And that release matters because, I mean, if you ain't got the best offensive line and a decent, at least 85 overall quarterback, you're not going to be throwing it down the field, not like you want to. I like to do... Yeah, I see you trying to go and get used to him. That's what I used to do, man. Like when I knew, like towards the end of the year, and I knew we weren't gonna have someone, I just went ahead and put the backup in, just so I could go ahead and get used to him. And that's why you see me using, you know, other quarterbacks. You know, like remember that year I was using Nate Peterman and shit. You know. 55 overall out there just getting it. Alright. So there's a couple plays that I do like that we definitely will be.
Prescott on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Oh, cool.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We're right there.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Play action now, Prescott.
You got to get that. Come on, well. I might have to go with like a...
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down throw for Prescott.
Good fucking shit.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott.
Oh, come on, Hobbs. Hobbs, you got to get that.
Gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on this time it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down,
good fucking shit. Let's go.
Again, nowhere to run.
Why red zone defense? Nice.
Line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yeah, but that is scoring first drive.
Fourth down, Prescott.
Let's
And this is
go.
going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he's got room. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll throw it with Stidham. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They go with Jacobs, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Stidham. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down at about the 33. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Bet.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining.
Yeah, man. Let's go. I'm still trying to get into the works. I think we're gonna be all right.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now Stidham on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now throwing on 3rd down.
Bro, wanted it. It's going to be tough with Stidham. We'll take points, though.
Best coverages on 3rd down.
Just got to get used to
They
it.
allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a 1-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Second down, Jacobs once more. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Stidham from the shotgun. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Stidham. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Adams the man in motion right. Stidham going for it on 4th. And it's
bro. Got to get off that guy a little bit faster.
The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard.
Bro,
and some room to run now.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
17 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
So it's like, I guess they did away with the shoestring tackles. So, I mean, I guess that's good.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The kick by Maher is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects.
I can drive. I just gotta
to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about
slow
coming
it
in
down
cold.
a little
I don't
bit.
care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big
For that.
and he delivers.
And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he is in. Touchdown. Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to
All right, defense, just hold stout, bro. Get out of here with a win. Wasn't pretty.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot,
Hobbs.
Hobbs. Isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
I could get that. I have to just.
For 6 points, but they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Come on, Krabby, you gotta get that.
And incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
Hey man, it's supposed to be a sack now. Come on now.
Second down, and this one incomplete as well. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you're doing. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. This is caught.
2-7.
The Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now here's Pollard. He
2 guys in the
takes it
same
across
gap.
for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow.
Someone got to come through. Get that.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this, because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
I should have took that field goal in the first one. End the half.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline.
Nice. There, I just...
against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Try to be fancy.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Stidham. Throwing right, and that's complete. A great play to start the drive all the way out across the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stidham. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Throwing now is Stidham. He's going to take another shot here. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
I could have thrown that to the back of the end zone.
Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but
yeah, it's only loose done. I was just, I tried to take a shot. I probably should just took, like you're right, just took the field goal, went to overtime. But I'm just trying to see what I can do with Stidham, really. Like, I ain't making all the throws, but I'm working on it. But people do tend to do certain things. We just gotta key in on it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Herbert to throw right away. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Herbert now.
Good blitz.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Stidham. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Good fucking play.
Have the first down and more than that.
Good play, good play, good play.
Near the 25. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run.
Oh, he doing backflip. Oh, he did a sideways backflip.
Position, and that was
Didn't do
special
that.
there. They'll throw on 1st down with Stidham. Throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Yeah, I see something. I see London, I see France, I see someone's underpants.
Second and 10 from the 25. Here's Stidham to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
No way.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take
Gotta get that pass
at
off.
their own 13-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the
ground. They killed me on that change of direction.
They were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
From the 41, Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Gain of 18 on the play. First down, Chargers.
We're scoreless after one.
No score.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
Oh, you gotta jump that. You got to jump that.
Down at about the 33.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, Eckler, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt.
Good fucking shit. Let's go.
He missed it, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here we go on 4th down. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Stidham off play action. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They go play action with Stidham. Steps away. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd and goal, Stidham steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They go with Jacobs.
Nah, you gotta get in there, Jay.
They stop him at the 1. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 9. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From his own end zone, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll take it at the 42. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stidham. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Final play of the half, it's Stidham. And he's going to go down.
I just can't hold up. I'm going to have to put those manual subs in.
That brings us to the
For the
end
pass
of
protection,
this
I
first
think
half of play.
Moody's only
So
good
2
for the
quarters
run, so
down,
make
2
some
remain.
changes there.
Charles and I return after the break.
It'll be all right.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis.
I get these protections down. Once I get the slide protections down and I get comfortable in the format.
After a rare scoreless first half, these teams
now
are just looking for something as the second half gets underway.
It's not too many things that have changed.
Return here from the end zone.
Oh, stick work. Oh!
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start.
What happens when you bring that safety down to the wrong spot?
30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, right through number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift, and if they get deflated a little bit.
It's caught, and it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's
I like that
best friend is a
stamina
big
thing,
target to
because
tight end.
JJ's not going to get tired now. Probably not going to get tired now. Boy, just going to be relentless.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, here's the option. That will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown. Josh Palmer, 59 yards. And the Chargers have come back to make it a 2-point game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Stidham. They'll roll him out right. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Slot man moves right. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. Out to his left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And tough sledding. Going to get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Now Stidham. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Adams, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Stidham, 1st down in the red zone. Same target. It's Jacobs again.
Wait.
Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good. And
That's game, fellas.
so they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. takes it at the 7. Well, now how about this return?
Oh, my goodness.
He's to midfield. DeAndre Carter. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
They'll try and throw for it. That is
rejected.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2.
It's a extra point, and it would have been a one possession. Could have got a field goal.
Changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it.
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Well, using Jacobs on kickoff return is unfair. Because he can break tackles.
The offense for Las
and he got that
Vegas
backlash. You ain't about to hit stick.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now look at this.
That is BS, and they know it. That man was like 10 yards off. He shouldn't be able to hit that.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert.
Oh, you got a 96 jump, man. You're supposed to get that.
Touchdown, LA! Mike Williams, 31 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 19, Raiders 16.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Stidham. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Slide potatoes, my fault.
Here we go. Stidham on 4th down. Gets this to Waller. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive. But time, not an ally. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stidham. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Bad pass. Why you give me good accuracy, but that didn't go where it was supposed to go?
J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to
I think I need to start utilizing my manual subs on the offensive line for those situations.
So this one's over. It's in
So Moody, he's a good run blocker, but I think he's my best pass blocker.
Battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game. They handled their business.
Didn't pick up anybody, like he just dumbed out.
Converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film,
in at right guard,
not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
Put a Luminor at right guard. I like have strong guards, but maybe a Luminor. So that'll be what I'll have to do. Because I know for run blocking it's going to be Brandon Parker, the Luminor, Parham, and Moody. I just got to figure out where I want to put the people at. Once I get that part down and get these slide protects, I think I'll be alright. Not really getting those throws that I want either, so that's something I got to take note of. It's like certain things that I was able to do on current gen aren't exactly like I said, this first week we just gonna get that lab work. Playing up against people that have been on next gen for 3 years, so we'll be alright. I also got to adjust to that defensive movement. My man's over here.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Play action. It's Stidham. They'll dump this one off here to White. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A nice run here early on, and that took a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now it's Stidham. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge. They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. In motion comes the tight end left. They will run for the first time here with White. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 10-yard line.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They go play action with Stidham. Rolling to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Well, that drive took up an eternity. We finally had some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2 and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I will see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On play action, Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Going to go on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. And again, it's Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Allen. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Off the bootleg. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The kick by Bass is good. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, it's Stidham. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Bills!
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
There's some excitement, right? Going for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of 40, down at the 49. 70 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. 12 more yards there and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Stidham, off play action. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Running is Jacobs. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Stidham, third down from the gun. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Fourth down, here's Stidham. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Stidham to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
What?
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. We might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Stidham. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Stidham. And that is incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go. Stidham on 4th down. Flush to his right. And It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they still got an opportunity.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there. And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind. Could be a house call. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. But these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down. Back to throw. Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The touch of time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Allen to throw. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult. Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense. Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field. Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Stidham. Stidham looking to escape, but he'll go down. They got him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Now Stidham. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Stidham with one final shot. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit
beat
different
myself
from
in
the
that
first.
game. I had
Not only
this
did we have the
guy.
lead change after intermission.
Not real. I'm gonna try another pass mode because I'm not keen on this free form with these low overall. Free form might be better for like better quarterbacks. Because if you don't have like accuracy, bro, like I don't feel like they're gonna be able to put it near the vertical. So I'm going to change that to classic until I can. Let me see how we can do this. Just go classic. See if I see a difference.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds. But how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
There hasn't been a game played where defenses don't talk about coming out on their toes and being the aggressor. But boy, when you give up a return like that, you're really starting it on your heels. Let's see how they adjust.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The slot man in motion right. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They don't want to waste his outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Stidham from the shotgun. And it's caught. Jacobs. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. So an onside kick failed in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Corral, another throw on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. Oh, he shifts past him. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. But just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen coming out to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Here's Corral on 1st down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. Room here to run. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. The first down throw here for Corral. Connection made with Chenault. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. A carry for Foreman. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Corral on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Corral looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw to that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. 4th down. Here's Corral. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Stidham now to throw on third down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go with Jacobs. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business, we know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there to go for. I get it if it's late fourth quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more than a gut feeling there. Had to be just total confidence they would pick it up.
Ryan Burns, the one to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Stidham. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Stidham. And it's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Stidham on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stidham. It's complete to Cole. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Jacobs. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. One more time with Jacobs. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. A final shot before the half for Corral. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
They'll run with Foreman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Corral sets up play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Play action here, Corral. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is taken around the 12. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The tight end in motion right. They go play action with Stidham. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
To throw is Stidham. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Rolling to his right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Stidham now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Jacobs going to try the middle. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
action. Here's Corral. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
After the interception, here's Stidham. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking up the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Stidham's going to set up to throw this. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Stidham. Steps away to his left. And
oh my God.
Complete on the deep ball.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Bro, what the fuck?
Throw incomplete as well.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Fourth down, here's Stidham. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Oh, Stidham's actually going to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no...
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get to it. It's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Stidham throws another interception, his 3rd. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete.
Oh, good defense, man. It's just a little... We need a quarterback.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one.
Probably should have hit him right there. I waited too late. This one was a little sus. jam on him. They should have caught a flag for pushing my receiver down over there. That helped him out because he ain't have to worry about covering him. I'm actually liking this goal line for versus these wide sets, like these 3 tight end sets and shit. You got 1 wide receiver or stuff. I could have got a turbo off on that. So if they want to come out in formations like that, bro, that's I'm gonna use that jacks out. Just kind of look and see. Check this one, bro. Wasn't expecting him to cut like that. It's like, yo, Dante had a good route over there. I feel like route tech only works when they cut now. It don't work on post routes anymore. That's what I'm starting to see. Hobbs is still solid. They should have flagged that, man. He could be bumping that guy. I wanted to hit Devontae, but he had both of his guys just kind of gravitating to him. I probably could have hit him if his user wasn't right there. I didn't feel like it was the move. I don't know why Illuminar gave up on his block. It was lame. I should have slide protected there. Forced him out of the pocket right there. And one thing I will say is like the cover 0 blitzes are a lot better on next gen as opposed to current gen where I just don't feel like they were that great. Route running is different on next gen too because they don't plant and cut. They just run their route. Let me find myself blitzing a lot though. Blitz a lot and I run a lot. I had both of them up open. Probably should have went to Hollins, but alright fellas, I think I got a good firm idea of what I want to do. Classic passing is okay. I just can't, certain passes I won't be able to make. But it doesn't throw like air passes when I'm trying to get like easy completions. Those out routes, they gonna be like 50-50, man, because current gen, you can just sit there and just constantly get sideline catch after sideline catch. And next gen, they kind of toned that down. So probably just use it sparingly. Obviously the run game under center I forms are very good. Trying to see what else. if you don't have a great quarterback, you're not going to be able to sit there and pass as much. I noticed that. Make sure you slide protect. It's more imminent on next gen, not as much on current, but you still got to slide protect regardless on either. Trying to see. I'm gonna have to play with those passing modes or whatever. But I'm tired. Let's gotta give me something to eat too. I'm playing on an empty stomach, but debating on getting me a camera. I'm not sure when I'm gonna have one, but it should be soon. All right, appreciate y'all tuning in.